So, we have finally reached the part where we travel.
High five!
When the excursion approaches, we have to pick up the form at the Communication Plaza student mail and give it to the staff along with the okane. On September 16th, we departed for our first excursion, the Ise Grand Shrine, located in Mie Prefecture, about 150 kilometers away. On every excursion, we traveled by university bus. To our destination, we would watch a Studio Ghibli anime and a Japanese movie on the way back. Occasionally, we would make quick stops. A few notes about the shrine. It is one of the principal shrines of Shinto, Japan's indigenous religion. It is actually a complex of shrines. We went to the major one. It was first constructed in 4 BCE. It is dedicated to Amaterasu Omikami, the sun goddess, and traditional progenitor of the Japanese imperial family. So, once we got there, it was quite a view to behold. You are met with a mountainous area with a Ujibashi bridge crossing the Isuzu River. The main reason we came is to witness the sacred ceremonial prayer, Kagura, and thus we could not film the ceremony. What I can tell you is the dance was unique. Since I can't show you, here's the same performance I found online, but it looks a bit different. Though, this is the room where it happened, and this video is probably the closest to what we watched. Also, we sat on our legs. I had to assume a better position halfway through the ceremony. Someone else pushed till the end but then could not walk for a bit. He was carried outside by 2 students. After that experience, we explored the nearby marketplace. We also had just enough time to eat udon until we had to return to the buses. On September 30th, for our second excursion, we went to Konpira in Shizuoka Prefecture, a green tea farm/factory/shop, about 118 kilometers away. A tea picking experience. First we got introduced to the property, then how to pick tea from the farm. We were given plastic bags for the tea we picked. Then we were taken into the factory where we saw machines, workers and so on.
Make sure to hit my balance.
Finally, we were led into the shop where they sell tea-based products such as chocolate, ice cream. That is where I bought all the tea-based chocolate for home. There I bought tea ice cream that ranges in a potency of matcha. I picked something that I never had before, the sesame seed ice cream, and it was delicious. Ice cream that tastes like roasted sesame seeds. It's great. Fun fact, one of the chocolates cost $50. So after leaving, we went to the last destination, the one that every person should visit when in Japan, Mount Fuji. So, with high expectation, anticipation, we arrive at Mount Fuji Tsukiyama Park. And oh my god, it's behind the clouds. Fuck. Just kidding, here's the totally legit photo someone took. Look at the sheer beauty. But no, too bad the one opportunity was ripped from my hands. However, our brave explorer bros Luke and Dylan climbed the mountain, so check out their video in the top right. So while I was suffering from hypophagemia, we rode the Ferris wheel and it was gorgeous. Then, on our way back home, we made a stop at Nagashino Shitarahara parking lot. This area is famous for Oda Nobunaga, a Japanese warrior and government official who overthrew Ashikaga shogunate and ended a long period of feudal wars by unifying half of the provinces in Japan under his rule. The third excursion took place on October 21st to Gujo City, where we did 3 activities about 120 kilometers away. First, we went to a plastic food factory where we got to make wax tempura and lettuce to keep. Many Japanese restaurants order plastic versions of their menu items to display and lure in potential customers.
Mine's got a lot of breading on it.
Really nice. Yes, yes.
I tell you what though, like, if I was a little bit retarded, I'd definitely go. It's pretty realistic. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oishi lettuce desu, no? Oh no!
The second activity was climbing 350 meters up to the Hachiman or Mountain Castle. Built in 1559, destroyed in 1872 and reconstructed in 1933. There's quite a history behind it. Oh. Very nice. The last activity is an interesting one. We took a dancing lesson and did 3 sacred dances native to the Gujo area. Too bad no video, but I found some online. In the end, we even got a dance certificate. Welcome to the biggest excursion, the Shikoku Island from November 11th to 12th. Shikoku is the smallest of Japan's major islands, It's surrounded by a 1,200 kilometer, 88 temple Buddhist pilgrimage route honoring the 9th century monk Kukai. It has a feudal Matsuyama Castle and Dogo Onsen, one of Japan's earliest known hot spring spas. We stayed at the Kotohira Grand Hotel in Kagura Prefecture, 406 kilometers away. First, as we were crossing the bridge between the mainland and the island, check out the Naruto whirlpools. They are formed by harsh tidal currents caused by the tidal variation between the Seto Inland Sea and the Kii Canal. The whirlpools are the largest in spring and fall during tides, reaching 20 meters in diameter. It took us the entire day to get to our destination, and on one of our stops, I had the best unagi or eel with rice ever. On our way to the hotel, we reached the Awa Ningyo Jururi Puppet Theater in Tokushima Prefecture, a traditional puppet show in which the puppets are manipulated by 3 people per puppet. A puppet theater is a traditional cultural art that is rooted all throughout Japan. Jururi, dramatic recitation of Gidayobushi, ballet drama music, Futozao shamisen, a 3-stringed instrument, and Saninzukai, 3 puppeteers. The play we watched was written in 1695. Here's the story for context. Finally, at the hotel, Luke, Dylan and I decided to hurry and climb up to the temple with 1,000 steps. It was tiring.
Yes, Bogdan. Arigato, konbanwa, konnichiwa.
Unfortunately, before reaching the top, we were stopped as the temple was closing down, so we decided to wake up at 5:30 a.m. to watch the sunrise. Now, the hotel is beautiful, and it has hot springs, better and more authentic than the one I went to alone, even though it was much smaller. Everyone went up to their rooms via an elevator, and it was crowded as expected. Obviously both genders could not sleep together, so I had a sleepover with my Aussie bros. This is the apartment while we're in Shikoku. Hi. Ooh. What a pretty bathroom. Soon after, we were invited to the dining room and it was gorgeous and delicious. Take a moment to look at all these items. Umai! After dining, we played a game of janken, equivalent to rock paper scissors, but with a twist. The winner would smack the loser with a rolled up paper, while the loser has to don on a paper hat to block the attack.
What are you guys doing? At this place.
This place is really cool.
Yeah, I was here taking pictures and I saw this bench.
Wow. After a long day, we went to the onsen and it was relaxing. Onsen, here we come, I'm gonna fuck your mom.
Pretty good.
Thank you.
Our last destination would be the Konpira Kabuki Theater. Built in 1835, Kanamaruza Kabuki Theater is Japan's oldest surviving complete Kabuki playhouse. From time to time, it still stages Kabuki performances, featuring some of the country's most popular Kabuki stars. The lanterns hanging from the ceiling are Kabuki actors' family crests. Upon entering the underground, you may notice the walls are made of compressed sawdust. This giant crank is used to spin the center stage rotated by humans. With about 30 minutes left, we checked out the local town. Soon we went back home. The last excursion was the Mochi rice cake making on December 9th, which took place in Asahi Kogen Genkimura, in our domestic prefecture, Aichi. The mochi making was done in a wooden cabin. In the main room, there were two traditional mortars called usu. Eventually, the mochi makers brought out the polished glutinous rice that was soaked overnight and steamed. We then took turns smashing the rice with wooden mallets called kine. The job requires two people to take turns. One pounds the rice and the other turns it and drips water on it. A steady rhythm is vital, or someone may get hurt by the heavy kine. We were told that people died from choking on the sticky raw mochi, so luckily no one perished. After pounding and eating mochi with miso powder and sugar, with remaining time, we explored the area, fed the goats even though we were not supposed to, and slid down the slide made of conveyor belt cylinders. Thus concludes our Excursions chapter.